everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing good. And I have our makes done for our Why Not Wednesday. And I will be showing you how to do these. I have drawn my inspiration from Bird Nest Books by LeAnn. And I will link her video that I watched to do these. And she does a tutorial. I will link it in the description box below. Also, Lyric Lover Crafts Amber. I got the inspiration. Now, I have already done some of these little books that you can get at Walmart, these pinning gear books. And I did mine, and I did a video on that, and I'll link that video on how I made them. But I didn't make them with these particular covers like this. And so I was watching Amber, and she had got it from somebody else where you could actually order these little, and these are banners is what they are. So they're going to have a couple of holes. And I did mine just a little bit different as far as with the holes than Amber did. But just cute as can be. I just put some twine in mine. And then I went and, because I didn't really have anything, I had to use some paper just to match. And this is some Prima paper here that I got in the pink. I think it's, oh, I can't think of the name of it right off. I think it's Santa Baby. And it's in the pink. So I just made some, printed off some of these little vintage photos. Used some of the Tim Holtz sticker labels. And that's how I did these here too. Kind of have a little bit of match for the little covers there. Since it was in the pink. And I will put a link to where you can find these on Amazon in the description box as well. And there is those, and there, I also had bought some in this color as well. This is not the pink. I did some in the pink, and I did some in the in these here. And I had made some already. I have a booth at an antique mall. I had one years ago, and I kind of give it up because we were working so much when I worked. But now that I'm retired, I have more time, and so I went and actually opened up a booth just a couple months ago. And then also my sister and my niece and I share a booth, so I actually have two spaces now. And so anyway, I made some of these to put in there, and that's where a lot of these in this color went. And anyway, so there's that. And then there was these in the pink. And just really cute and vintage. But like I said, it is for a banner. And so you're going to have the little holes up at the top. And Amber had done hers in some just trim, like the pom-pom trim and things to cover those holes. But I just went ahead and used twine. So anyway, that is... and like I said, I have a tutorial on how to make the little pockets for the inside, and I will try to link that. I'll try to remember to link that in the description box. So these here are the ones that LeAnn had made, and anyway, these were super adorable. So what they are from, they're from paint chips, and I recently, because I needed paint, I actually had some paint chips. Like this, but of course these are Lowe's. These are from Lowe's, and I left mine long. Now LeAnn had cut hers off, but I actually left mine long. But here is the little books that were made from that, and I absolutely had a fun time making these. But let's look at this one, and we will be decorating this one on the inside in the make part of the video. And we'll be decorating the cover in the make part of this video. So, anyway, here is the cover, front and back. This one I did stitch my spine on the sewing machine on this one. Now, the other one I did the 3-hole pamphlet. But we'll go through. Here is a couple little grungy tags that I made the little pocket for. This is just some vintage trim that I recently picked up. This here can be a little tuck spot. And I have just done some stitching and used, of course, the coffee stain paper. This is some bottle brush stamps from Tim Holtz. And more stitching, a little collage, using the Tim Holtz paper dolls, of course. And there is another little stamp, a little Christmas tree stitching there. Another little collage, another little tuck spot there. And here is the back. And it just has the little tag stapled on. So there is that one. And then here is the one that we just had done the cover on in the make part. So here is the front and here is the back. Absolutely adorable. Love these, love these. And anyway, here is, I just used the Tim Holtz pocket cards for that, and of course stamped a couple more of the little tags. And then did some stitching here. A little place you could put a little tuck spot there. Little collage. And here is another one of the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous. And here's a little number 5 label. Another little collage. Of course, some more stitching. And here is, that's another bottle brush, Stampers Anonymous, Tim Holtz stamp. And then I've got another pocket in the back with a couple more little grungy tags. So there is the little house books, which are absolutely adorable, quick make. And so anyway, with that said, let's get on into the make. Okay, so let's get into the make. Of course, we're going to decorate this little one that I already have put together. And then we're going to go ahead and make the cover for this. And I wanted to show you when I did the little paint chips, I did not cut mine off at the bottom like LeAnn did. I would just covered mine by just covering it with some masking tape. It's all going to be covered anyway with something, so it just give it a little more reinforcement where that the little hole is there, where they have the little house cut out. And so that is all I did. I just went and covered it up with that masking tape. So what I'm going to do, and I am using this was just kind of a bad spot in the fabric in this ticking. But I'm going to use it anyway. I love it that it's going to be partly covered anyway, and it will just give it that little bit of, look of shabby or, messiness that I like. So we're going to, see, I think I'll just come on over here because I want some of this in my cover. Alright, so all I'm doing is putting these together. Now, I know LeAnn did not leave a gap, but it was suggested that you did so that your book is not just real tight together. So I'm going to leave about a 1/2 inch gap there is what I'm going to leave. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these stuck down. Alright, so I'm just eyeballing them across. Alright, so we're going to have that just kind of grab on and dry for a minute. And then all I'm going to do is I am just going to cut. And I'm just going to leave part of this down here. I'm not even going to cut it. I'm going to leave it quite a little bit hanging down there. Alright. And I'm just going to go above it. And then I'm going to cut straight across where my half-inch gusset is. There we go. And I'm just leaving a little bit there. So let's see, I think I can go ahead and come down a little bit here where the house is. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay, so then I have my half-inch gusset here for my pages, and we can start embellishing a little bit here. So, and if you want to take and fray your ends, you can just pull, but I'm not gonna worry about fraying. So we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it as is like that. Okay, so what I used to decorate this little cover is I just went with the Tim Holtz pocket cards and some of his ephemera out of his ephemera pack, like the little, these are like the little 1.5 by 1.5 squares you can buy. These are the little tags I made out of the cream cardstock that I did in a video not too long ago. So, but anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these as my template. And what I'm going to do, I think I may want that red. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. Just going to use that as my template to get the little house roof. There we go. That is what I want. I'm going to ink it up a bit. And it doesn't take much to make these little books, and they are absolutely adorable, I think. Absolutely adorable. Alright, and we're going to just cover that little roof line up. Okay, and then I've got my little package of stuff already here and ready. I'm thinking, yep, I had my little believe here, so I'm going to, let's see, I may want to, let's see here, what exactly I want to do. I may want to take a little bit of December. And I'm thinking I want to cut this down. Yeah, let's just go ahead and, alright, so we'll just cut that kind of down there. And let's grab a paper doll. Do we want maybe the 2 paper dolls? Yeah, I think we'll go with those 2 little girls. And let's see, I want something else to kind of, yeah, I think that's what I want. I need something else to kind of just go there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put that there. Let's see, I may even, do I want to, no. The reason why is because that's a thicker cardstock, so it's given me a little bit of that, that little bit of bump there. Unevenness, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to go ahead and we'll put that there. Then we will, I'm going to go ahead and ink this up a little bit around it, I think. Okay. And we'll end up, what I'll end up doing is sewing this anyway, this little, the little believe. Just like I did on this cover, I will end up sewing that on. So, And then we will hit those little girls right there. All right. Oh, I said I was going to sew, but I may do something different because I got the little girl's legs on there. I was going to sew that, but we'll do something different there. I may just stitch a little decorative stitch on it. Let's see. And then I want to use some of the Tim Holtz. These are the Christmas Noel label stickers. So what I want to do is I'm going to find one here. There's Christmas wishes that would be cute. I think that's what I will use is the Christmas wishes. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be too big or not. Let's see. No, I can come on over. Okay. Yep, it's going to be just the right size. Just the right size, so. There we go. And I like that. See how simple? That's so simple. Really, really like that. And if we wanted to add just a little something more to tie it, we could add this little 25. And we have like this red, but I think that's too big. So that's kind of cute right there if we did the 25. I like that. Let's just go ahead and place that there. There. Like that. All right. Now for the back, I'm going to use some, we'll use just a little bit of, this is just some vintage music sheet. I'll just use some of it. And this is actually pretty brittle, so I know that, that it's going to tear easy because it is just an old book here. Come out of an old songbook. Alright, so there's kind of a base, and then we will use, let's see, I know that I want to use part of that for up there, and of course I do want the red, so I'm going to grab more, lean more toward the red. Okay, just going to cut it down and ink it up a little here. Okay, and we're going to grab the top of that. And these are just the pocket cards, the Tim Holtz pocket cards that I have used. Alright, so we've got that. And then we want to, let's see, I may want to use a little piece of that. Well, let's see. Now, let's use a little piece of this so we don't waste our some of our cut off there. Let's see. Yeah, let's use a little bit of that. Whoops. Ink on the wrong side. Okay. And we will just grab. Oops, did it again. Need that to go that way. Otherwise, our tree is going wrong. All right. So then, what do we want to grab next? I need a, yeah. I think I'm just going to use that to kind of tie it all together right there. Oh, whoops, we have this too. No, I think we're going to use this. All right, and that will actually be the end of the back here. It just doesn't have to have that much. All right, and so that's pretty simple little cover. So that's going to be our cover for our little house right there. Okay, and I do have as well, let's see, I'll do some stitching right there. Okay, I think that's good. All right, and then I'm going to show you how to make the inside, and I'm doing it just as LeAnn did in her video. She just has taken and folded her papers. Let me get cleaned up here. All right. So, she has just taken her papers, and I'm not going to draw it out, but I'm just going to cut it just freehand here. Could take a pencil and draw your little house out. Just be sure you're cutting it on the fold. You know, that your fold is here on the house, so that your pages are going to open in the shape of the house. You're going to have, you know, your fold on the side. Okay, we're going to do another set here. I'm not concerned about if I'm a little off a little and not completely straight. Okay, and then I had this piece that we can use just as I might cut it down a little here, because I want a couple of little straight pieces. So we're going to cut that for a short one, and I would like to have, I got a couple, you know, I found this is a Target find here. It comes on a roll. It's actually for wrapping. I'm not sure what it was called, but it's kind of like it's not a vellum, but it's something kind of different kind of paper. It's, you know, the best thing I could think of would be like a vellum, like a lightweight vellum. But this is, I believe, for wrapping packages. It was in the, like the shipping holiday things there is what it was in, where you could buy your holiday mailers and things like that. So I'm pretty sure it's what you can wrap your gifts, or, you know, pack your gifts in or something there. Okay. And there's going to be those two I'm going to use in there. And then I want to, you may just use one of these little half pages in there. Alright. And I would like to have another half page or so on here. So we're just gonna cut some smaller pages there and add them in. Alright, and we won't need that one. Alright, and then all I'm going to do is start putting these together, and I'll have to cut that down a little where I just was cutting and guessing there. Let's see, I think I'll add that. I'll add a little half one of those. Alright. And we'll go ahead and cut down a little bit. Well, let's see how it fits in our... Perfect, yes. Okay. Let's see, I may want to add... cut that down a little bit. I can see where it... Alright, that'll work. And I think I'll add this one here. And then that. Alright. And that'll be quite a few pages for our little book here. Alright. So I did stitch mine in with the sewing machine since it was not very a long span. I could kind of hold it in there good. Or you can use a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Either one would work just fine. This one here, as a matter of fact, I think I will do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch in it. So let's let me go ahead and cut these papers down just a hair here that I see. Alright, so what we want to do is I'm going to clip that. I'm going to grab some of this, just this really fine, it's not a twine, I forget exactly what it's, well, it probably is a twine, but I use it to bind my stuff all the time. I'm not even sure what it's called. I bought it, I think a lot of this I bought it Tuesday morning when they used to have a lot of crafts in their store. Tuesday morning, I haven't been for a long time because they quit carrying so many crafts, and that was really the only reason why I was in there anyway, to look at the crafts or the decorative napkins. So I have just altogether nearly quit going to Tuesday morning. I will stop by occasionally if I'm looking for something, you know, other than crafts. If I'm looking for you know, bath rugs or something like that. But other than that, I very seldom ever go anymore. So anyway, I'm going to do this one, the 3-hole pamphlet. So let's get us a... Alright. And I always like to get my needle stuck in there so it kind of holds my book together a little bit better for me to punch the other holes. So I've just works well for me. Okay. There we go. All right. So, and I'm going from the inside out, but we could have very well went the other way. But I want my things on the inside, my strings on the inside. So I'm going to start from the inside to the outside. Of course, if you want your strings to be on the outside, then you'll start from the outside and start it from the outside in, and that will give you your string on the outside. All right, quick and easy to get that little book together, and these are so adorable. Okay, so we have all but got that done. Alright, so there we'll, and I'll put a couple little buttons or something on the strings down there is what I'll do. But anyway, there will be our little book with the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So pretty easy peasy there, guys. So we're going to decorate the inside of this one. And you can see the stitching that I've gotten here on the back side where I have stitched done a little decorative stitch there. And I think what I wanted to do, I had this in my stash. This is actually a leaf, but it kind of looks like a little bottle tree, so bottle brush tree. So I'm actually going to stick that just in this front here, and then I will have a little bit of that dangling at the bottom. So I thought that might be fun. I'm not going to make it a pocket or anything. I'm just going to, well, you know what though? I could make it a pocket. Let's make it a pocket. Okay. Let's make it a pocket. It's not that hard to do that. All right, and we will just put that right there, and we can put a little grungy tag in that. All right, we're going to have to let that dry a second for sure. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, it's drying up, and that's good. But what I thought I would do is staple, like right here, 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 and here for that. But I want my staple to be good on the outside. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of add those staples just like that on the outside, and then the stapled part will be here on the inside, but I'm okay with that. I just thought that would be kind of fun to do that. There we go. And just add a few little staples there. That one I should have brought up, and I may do that. Let's take this one out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this up here. Get that where it'll come out a little better. All right. So what we'll do is we'll just take and kind of... Alright, so we're going to bring that up a bit. I want to kind of bring it where the other staple is, actually. Alright, and then that will bring that kind of there, and I will give that a little... I will give this a little pressing down there so those staples don't jab anybody. Yeah. Just push them in a little bit is what I usually do. And make sure that they're not going to catch anybody's finger when they open that. Okay, so, and it doesn't do anything for the cover that would mess up our cover, so I like that. So anyway, here we go, and that will create... Now I did take and I stamped a couple of little grungy tags while I was waiting for it to dry. This is off the Scribbly Christmas, is what this is off of. Tim Holtz Scribbly Christmas, and that is what those little ones are. So I'm going to add that. I did Merry and Bright and Merry Christmas. And we will just use that there in that little pocket. And then we'll have some little strings going up as well. And I'll probably tie them in a little, let's tie them in a little knot up here. Alright, let's just tie them, and I'm going to cut them just a tad shorter. Alright, that looks much better, yeah. Okay, so there is that. And I think I'm going to just add some little, let's see here. I'm just going to add some of the little ephemera pieces, and I'm going to use the tiny staples for this. These are not alcohol inked. See, I'm not sure if I want to go this way with it or this way. I might go this way, that way it can kind of be used for a tuck spot. It can kind of be used for a tuck spot there. And then if you want to kind of ensure that it's not going to move here where the staple is, just add a little bit of glue. All right. Just add a little bit of glue, and then it still can be a little tuck. So, all right, so there'll be that. And I'll probably come in and do a little stitching here and there in this. So we'll skip a few pages here, and then let's add a little. We'll use a little bottle brush tree here. We'll do a little stamp. These are the new releases of Tim Holtz bottle brush trees. So we're just gonna stamp it there, and then we'll add, let's add just a little, maybe a little collage here. Maybe we'll add a little girl here. Let's see what we can do with her. We could add a little bit of, and I'm just going to stick it down. Normally I would lay this out, but I'm just going to stick it down. Not going to give it a whole lot of thought for this little collage. Okay. Well, let's do 25. And we'll just have her kind of sitting like so. These would just be some quick little makes if you were just wanting to do some quick little makes for your friends or co-workers. This would work really well. And I think I'm going to actually add a little bit of the Tim Holtz Christmas tape here. Let's see. I think we'll go, let's see here. Do I want to go this way, or do I want to go this way? Okay, and then let's use a little bit of the words here. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of tape in case that, or a little bit of glue in case that tape wants to come up. Alright, and then I'm going to string a little bit of glue there. Alright. Let's, alright, we're going to have that little bit right there. My music is coming up. Okay, so let's just put her like right here. Or do we want her right here? No, we'll have to go other side. Alright, there we go. And she'll just be a little collage. And then I always tend to get glue on my little paper dolls. But if you have a wet wipe or a baby wipe or something there, that glue usually comes right off if you just, wipe it down. So there is a little collage there. Alright, and then we'll skip a couple of pages. Let's put like "Oh Christmas Tree" there, and maybe a Christmas tree right there. So let's see. Let's get our "Oh Christmas Tree" here. Alright. So there is our little "Oh Christmas Tree" stamp. And let's just use this little scribbly tree and just maybe put it right there. Whoops. Alright, and there will be our little Christmas tree. You can see where it was kind of going down before I even had it on there. So, and it was too far over there. It kind of caught it before I was ready. Okay, so then we're only going to do one more collage, and then what I'll do is a little sewing on the paper. So, and that will be just a quick book. It doesn't have to be just, and I may even it doesn't have to be embellished a lot. And I may even take a little grungy tag and we may staple that. I'll do a little stamp on it. So, alright, so let's do us another little collage here. And we might use this little guy. He's kind of cute. And let's see what we may want. I would like book page, but I don't really have a book page over here. I may have to, there's a piece of book page. Alright, there's a piece of book page right there. Alright. Okay. And let's see what else we have here. I have a little rub-on that I put on one of the little tiny labels that says Airmail. You can't hardly see it, but it's just one of the tiny little rub-ons. And I put it on that little label. So we're gonna put him right there. Let's see, I have these little stamps here. Okay, so we're going to put these little trading stamps there. And I think what I'll do is put a little piece of the tape here, my age tape. We may just put a little piece of that there. And yeah. And we're just going to call that good. We're not going to get this real, yeah, I like that. Okay, so, and like I said, I will do some sewing in this, and we may staple another little thing like that. So let's see. There's our, let's see, we got that and that. So we might staple a little something right there. Do we want to just do cheer? Yeah, we may do that. Let's go ahead and just add a little bit of glue there just to hold it down. And then we can use it as a tuck spot. Oops. I think I used the tiny attacher on that one. Yes, I did. So let's use our little tiny attacher. Alright. And then we can use it as a tuck. And we are going to get this, and we're going to go ahead and make another little tag, but we will staple this on. We will staple that on, and let's put Season's Greetings. That's the other one I had in. Okay, let's get this stamped here. What do I do with my little, there we are. All right. All right, and we're gonna, all right, do our little Season's Greetings. All right, and then I will grab my stapler here, and we're just gonna, and just like I did on the other, we're going to go from the outside and staple it. So that way the good side of the staple is on the outside. And then we're just going to take our little scissors and make sure that those are down so nobody gets their finger hurt. And there's our little book. And then what I'll probably do is just take it and then wrap some either this or some coffee stained just little linen fabric. But you will see that in the intro, and you will see this one decorated in the intro. So anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope it's a fun make for you, and that you actually have the time to make one of these. Be sure and go over and check out LeAnn's channel, Bird Nest Books by LeAnn. And she's got tons of videos, all good, guys. You'll enjoy a lot of stuff that she has over there for you. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.